everyone, it's Catherine and welcome back to another vlog. I am so excited to be back. I know that there is so much to unpack and for us to catch up on because I have been gone for months. I can't even tell you how long it's been, but it's been a really long time since I picked up the camera. But I am back for the summer. I do want to talk about why I've been gone and all of that and just everything that's happened the past few months, but I feel like I don't want to spend most of this video just rehashing the same stuff. I wanted to film because it's fun and I have time right now and I feel like I should just take advantage of that. And it's the start of summer, the vibes are good, everything is aligned right now for me to film, so I just want to take full advantage of that and not worry so much about the rest of it. So that's what we're doing. I don't really have a plan for this video. I think I'm just gonna film my weekends because I'm doing a lot of summery things right now. I'm actually getting ready right now to go to a workout class. It's actually a girly fun social event. It's called Lunges and Lattes, and so we're gonna start with a workout class, and then after that there's also this happy hour, morning coffee happy hour for all the girls to socialize with each other. So I'm also gonna go to that. I'm gonna try and film as much as I can, but we're gonna spend the whole weekend together and it is just gonna be fun. It's gonna be the old days of me filming these videos. I also have been reading a ton of books lately this summer. I have all the good summer book recs. I want to carve time out for that in this video too, so there's just a lot, but we'll get to all of it in due time. Right now I actually have to go because my class starts in 10 minutes, so I'm gonna hustle, drink my coffee, and we'll check in later. Back home, just put the camera on my bookshelf so I can kind of talk and recap after, but that was actually so hard, a lot harder than I expected it to be. I actually haven't taken a workout class since last year. They also gave us ankle weights, which I feel just made everything 100 times harder. My calves are on fire right now, but it was really fun. I have forgotten what it was like to be in a room just full of girls and just have that positive girly energy around me, and it felt so good. I felt like it recentered me. Also, the actual coffee, 10 out of 10, no notes, literal perfection. I am back. I'm gonna do my makeup right now. Also, if you can tell that my skin is peeling, just ignore that. I got so sunburnt last weekend. For some reason, I thought it'd be a good idea to go paddleboarding in 80-degree weather and not wear sunscreen, and I thought I would tan really nice, but obviously that's not what happened and that wasn't the case, and now I have this really bad sunburn on my face, everywhere, particularly my nose and my forehead. You can probably tell. Yeah, you can see it. I'm literally peeling. That's so embarrassing. So I'm gonna try and cover it as much as I can with makeup. But I thought this would be a really good time for us to catch up on what's been going on in my life the past 6 months. I don't know if I've worn this shirt on camera before, but it's really cute. It has little deers on it. It's from Brandy. It's one of my favorites. Excuse me if you see me not looking at the camera and looking down. It's because my mirror's down here. I don't know any other more efficient way to do this while talking to the camera, so here we go. But I'm trying to remember where we left off. I posted a few days ago my last Christmas vlog that I never got around to editing because I filmed it and then grad school started, and that just threw my whole life into chaos. I don't know why I deluded myself into thinking that I could do both. I could keep up a job, go to grad school part-time, and it was gonna be fine, and then I'd still YouTube, vlog, edit, upload on the side. Obviously that wasn't the case because ever since I started grad school I just lost all the time that I used to have for myself. I don't know why I thought that it wasn't going to be that hard. Newsflash, grad school is hard. It's harder than you can ever imagine because it is such a new way of thinking that it literally takes your entire first semester to get used to that, and for some reason I didn't plan or prepare for that. So that's why I've been gone so long. That's really the main reason. But there's just also been so many other things that have happened recently where I just I really needed some time away. I am also someone who when I commit to something I give it my 100% all, and school has always been like that for me. Like if I'm doing school, I just have to do school and not do anything else. So that's basically where I was spending all my time. Oh my god, my forehead is peeling so bad. I'm trying to think of like what else feels important to share, because honestly there's been so many things. Like a lot can happen within 6 months and a lot has happened, so I'm trying to think of like what are the most important things that you guys probably should know that have been going on with me and everything. I guess we can talk about how I got in a car accident. That probably feels important. I probably should have started with that. Yeah, I got in a car accident 2 months ago. Have been without a car for the past 2 months. Also was not my fault, got rear-ended, so, and everyone is fine and everything. So I'm feeling super grateful for that. But I've also been without a car for 2 months, which feels like the worst timing in the world, because summer is the time when I'm usually the most active on YouTube and social media, because I'm always out like going places and doing things and like going to have lake days and going to the beach, and I just feel like summer is the most fun time for me to vlog things. So the fact that I haven't had a car for the past couple months, like it feels like the worst thing in the world right now, which I know it's not. Like things could be so much worse. And I also recently went through a friendship breakup, which I have so much to say on that. So there's a lot to unpack there. This has all happened within the span of the last 6 months, by the way. Kind of had already started last year. Like it wasn't a complete surprise, but I also didn't expect it to end the way that it did. And that's also something that I've been processing, journaling a lot about. And it just feels like there's a lot to unpack there. And I want to talk about it the right way. Like I'm not resentful or bitter or angry at this person for any of it. Like I think it was just the time for it to end. But I feel like there's a lot I learned from that, and I do want to talk about that, because I feel like a lot of people my age, and like especially in your mid-20s, you start to go through these things, and I just want to talk about like what helped me get through it, because maybe that can help someone else. But I also think that could be like its whole own separate video. It's been a lot of not positive things, honestly, so I'm trying to avoid that if I can, and like getting too like sentimental into my feelings about that, because I think I've done a lot of that and like a lot of processing already, so I don't want to keep just rehashing old things. Actually, let me literally show you, because I've talked about this before, but I'm a daughter at my core, and I've journaled all of it in my journal for the past few months, because it had to go somewhere and it wasn't going on YouTube, so it's all in here. Like I wish you could read this, it's a lot. But I don't want to like dive into each single thing, so I'm trying to think of like what the highlights and like summary of everything is. Oh man.
Yeah. Pero también trae AAA.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, a ver qué.
The timing of everything this year, it's just, your girl can't win. I'm trying. Like, your girl can't win. The universe, something is in the air in the universe. I don't know if Mercury's in retrograde or whatever you call that, but I just, like, I cannot deal with this today. Anyways, in other news, my makeup is done and I feel like I'm having a really good makeup day, so I'm choosing to focus on that and not just what happened, because I actually think I'll crash out if I have like one more negative thing happen today. I can't do it. I've reached my limit for this year. Here's everything together. I feel like I'm giving belly, like something about a tank and shorts is just always very the summery term pretty vibes. Trying to figure out what I want to do now, because I honestly didn't really have this day planned out besides my workout class this morning, so I have like the rest of the day free to do whatever I want. I could read. I could. I don't know if that's the vibe right now though. I've recently been trying to get into this book. It's The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. Usually her books always hit the spot for me during summer. I feel like I've never read a Christina Lauren book that I haven't loved, but sometimes they do take me a little bit to get into. I also could watch a show. I have to catch up on Love Island because I missed the new episode that came out yesterday. It's recently been my like go-to trash TV show to watch literally every single day, because there's a new episode every single day except for Wednesdays. I sit down and watch it when it comes out. Like I wait until the clock hits 6 and then I'm sat for the hour. Oh my god, also, can we talk about We Were Liars? I have so much to say about it. I have so many reactions. I actually went into that blind. Actually, for people who haven't seen it, it is the most devastating, gut-wrenching show you'll ever watch in your whole life. It's based on a book, so it's a book adaptation. I did not read the book before watching it, and I'm kind of glad I did, because I didn't like see the plot twist coming, and when it hit, like it hit me. Like I was sobbing uncontrollably, especially, no, actually I can't spoil it. Okay, let me give some context for those who haven't seen the show, or maybe you want to and you're curious as to what it's about. So the show revolves around a teenage girl named Cadence Sinclair, and she belongs to like this very prestigious, wealthy, rich family. The best way I can describe the vibe that they give off is like Ralph Lauren, like very preppy private school vibes. And so her, along with 3 of her cousins and a family friend, all grew up together vacationing on this private island that they own, and they own the whole island. They have the whole island to themselves, and they have this house that's like kind of like a summer beach house, like right on the coast. They all like come back every single summer. So the 3 cousins and the family friend all grew up together. They're like super close, and they get into like a lot of trouble every time they're together. So they're known as the liars. Like that is literally what all the family members call them, because they're always like starting stuff and getting into stuff. And at first I thought this was gonna be like a fun summer romance show, like very similar to The Summer I Turned Pretty. So I was really excited. I thought it was gonna be a romance between Cadence, the main character, and the family friend, whose name is Gat. But as you keep going in the story, like it gets pretty dark and deep. Basically, as you get further into the storyline, you find out that there was some kind of accident that happened. And like the opening scene is of the main character Cadence, who has like washed up on the shore of the beach, and her dress has like burned off, like it was on fire or something. And she like wakes up and there was some kind of accident on the island, but we don't know like what happened. That's just like the opening scene. And then as we progress through the show, it kind of like flashes back between her now and her growing up with the cousins and the family friend, and just like their journey of like how they grew up together and like the different family dynamics at play. I should mention here that Cadence ended up having amnesia from the accident, so she can't like remember what happened, and so the audience doesn't know what happened until we like get to the very end of the show, and that's like the plot twist of everything. That's really all I can share without like spoiling the entire ending and everything, but it's probably one of the best adaptations I've ever seen in my whole life. Like on the same level as like Daisy Jones and The Summer I Turned Pretty, it was really, really good. I haven't even read the book. Like I went into this completely blind and had no idea what the plot twist was gonna be or like what had happened at all. Okay, I feel like I wanna watch Love Island, so.
Last night on Love Island USA.
Okay, side note, but Nick is literally my favorite this season. Like, he is the embodiment of my favorite kind of man. The brunette curls, blue eyes combo is just unmatched for me every single time. Like, that's my favorite type of fictional character. That's my favorite type of man. And okay, I know he's a player, like he is a walking red flag. But if there is one man where I feel like I can fix him, like Nick is it. Even though he's a walking red flag and I know damn well that I could not fix him, I really think that I could. In all seriousness, this is me being fully delusional, but he is just so fine. So I made the grave mistake of putting on really comfy PJ pants, and I have been passed out ever since. It's been several hours, I think. It's, I don't even know what time it is right now. It's 7:35 now, so yeah, several hours. I basically slept the whole rest of the day. That was not planned, but I guess I was tired. Also, in between waking up and now, I also may or may not have ordered a bunch of books that are arriving tomorrow because I ordered them overnight shipping. Anyways, now we have 1 hour till sunset, so I think I'm gonna force myself to get up and make dinner because I'm starving. And I kind of want to make this recipe I just found on Pinterest for like a cherry tomato pasta. It looks really good. Let me try and show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Yeah, it's not gonna focus, but it looks amazing, and I've been trying a bunch of like Pinterest recipes lately and they've all been so good. A few weeks ago I made tiramisu cupcakes for like a family party thing that we were having, and everyone has requested them ever since for like weeks after. It's probably been like 3 or 4 weeks since I made them and I still get the request. So I think I'm gonna make this, and I kind of want to take it outside of my patio and just have like a little like candlelight sunset dinner by myself. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Guys, you cannot tell me that this is not the most perfect vibe. I have my pasta, which is amazing, by the way. Made myself a little mocktail. And then the most insane sunset like I've ever seen. This is literally everything I want to do every single day. Like, I don't think it gets better than this. Good morning. Oh, I'm so tired. I need coffee. I just barely rolled over and managed to grab the camera off the nightstand because I feel so lazy right now. Like, the bed feels so good. I don't want to get up. Oh my gosh, also I'm not naked. I feel like I looked like that for a second, but I'm not. I'm fully clothed, I promise. Anyways, yesterday was fun. I feel like if someone asked me what my idea of the perfect evening would be, like everything we did last night would be it. For some reason, I've just really loved spending time out on my patio recently. Like, sometimes I'll take my watercolor paints and just paint out there for a few hours. Or I'll take my morning coffee and a book and just sit out there in the mornings. Like, it just always seems like a good idea for some reason. Oh, I forgot to vlog. There were also fireworks last night. Oh, I'm so mad at myself for that. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I live next door to a baseball stadium, and sometimes on the weekends they do like fireworks shows, and my patio just happens to like be facing the exact perfect angle to have my own private fireworks show. So like I can just like open the door to my patio, sit outside, and have like my own private show going on whenever it happens. And it is the most cool thing ever. I'm never moving out of my apartment because of that, but I'm so mad I didn't vlog it. I can't believe that. I literally vlogged everything else. Dang. Oh well, I'll have to vlog it for sure next time because it is the most fun thing to watch. Oh, it's so blurry. Okay, it's in focus. I got my coffee, so I'm no longer dying. I also got a notification on my phone that the books I overnighted got here. So I thought we could open the package together. So I'm so excited to show you what I got. I think I want to do like a video of just like reading like summer book releases, like new ones that have come out this year. So this makes me really excited. I haven't ordered books in a while, actually. It's been like months since I've been to a bookstore also because I haven't had a car. So this is like the first purchase in a couple months, which is crazy. I'm usually always buying books. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, the first one, Emily Henry, Great Big Beautiful Life. This is one that came out a couple months ago or a month ago or so, and Emily Henry is an automatic author buy for me always. Like anytime she writes something and publishes it, I will automatically buy it, so I obviously had to get this. I've heard really good things, so I'm really excited. The only thing I hate is that it's only in hardback right now, and I just have really come to hate hardbacks, especially the Emily Henry books. I don't know if anyone else had this problem, but I bought Happy Place and like the spine got like some kind of sun damage, and so it's super faded. Hopefully that doesn't happen to this one, because I love the cover, I love the color, I love everything about it, so I'm really excited. And then I also got, this one just came out, it's Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. Ali Hazelwood is another automatic buy author. Actually, all three of these are, so like anything they write, I just automatically purchase. And this is this not a STEM romance? Usually that's what she's known for. I'm like trying to look at the cover, because like her other covers usually have like test tubes and like science-y labels and symbols and stuff, so I'm like looking to the cover to see if there's any like hint of that, but I don't see anything. Let me see on the back. I actually bought this without knowing anything about the plot or anything, because I just like purely saw it blow up on Instagram and TikTok, and I was like, oh, I know this is gonna be good, so I'm gonna add it to my cart, obviously. But I actually had not checked on if this was a STEM romancer. Oh yeah, it says successful biotech guy and struggling grad student. Well, there you go. That's what she's known for. So I'm excited for this one. It's also a summer romance, I would think, because of the title, so I feel like this is like perfectly timed for right now. And last but not least, we have One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. This has also blown up in the last month or so. I love Carly Fortune books. Like, they always hit the spot for summer. She just writes summer romances so well. She has a couple other ones out. I think she has like 3 other ones that I have read and know of. I'm trying to remember what they're called. I know one is called Every Summer After. Love that book. I think I've talked about it on this channel. And then she also came out with Meet Me at the Lake. It's like a pink cover, and it's based in like a lake summer setting, which I love because I feel like I grew up doing like lake days with my family and stuff, and like it's just such a vibe. So I'm really excited for this one. Oh, this one's also a lake romance, so I can't wait for this. Oh, it's about Charlie. Oh my god. Okay, I can't yeah, I'm not gonna give context as to what my comment was just about now, but if you've read her other books, you would understand my excitement. Yeah, so this is the third one. I have to do a video like reading all 3 of these. Like, I just feel like that's gonna be so much fun and like the perfect way to kick off summer right now. Yes, like I am so excited. I also have a ton of book recs to give you guys, but I feel like I can't fit them all in this video because there is a lot. Like, I have been devouring books this summer like no other. I think I'm gonna pull a few to talk about though, just because I haven't done this in so long, and there are some ones that I've really loved that I've read recently. Okay, I managed to limit it to these 4, which was so hard because there's so many others that I could talk about that I can't fit in this video. But these were probably my favorites from the past few months, so I'm gonna stick to these for the sake of this video. And I'm gonna start with The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This is the first book in the Off-Campus series. I think it's a series of like 5-ish books if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. She's written a lot of books, so I actually don't know. But this was like a famous book talk recommendation that was on Book Talk years ago, and I just never got around to reading it. I think I thought it was gonna be like a really cheesy college like Wattpad style fanfic, and it was not. Like, now that I've been introduced to the series, I just can't believe that I haven't read it sooner. But it revolves around 2 characters named Hannah and Garrett Graham. If you've heard that name and it sounds familiar, it should, because he is like one of the like core book talk boyfriends, I feel like, that were just floating around for such a long time. And now I understand the hype. But this book is about Garrett and Hannah's relationship. It takes place in like a college setting, so they're both in college. Garrett is like the star of the college hockey team. He wants to like play professionally. The only thing stopping him and getting in the way of that is the fact that his GPA is like plummeting and he's doing really bad, and he has a lot of like pressure from his family, from his dad. So he has like a little bit of a messy family situation. And then there's Hannah, who offers to tutor him. Not really offers, she's kind of like forced to tutor him in exchange for him giving her dating advice, because that's something that she's really struggled with, and like struggled with finding a genuine connection with someone that will like satisfy her, basically. And so they like strike up this arrangement where she's gonna tutor him in exchange for that. They end up kissing at some point in the book, and that just like kind of flips everything on its head because they both realize that they're really drawn to each other. And seeing their relationship develop throughout the book is just so fun. They have this witty back and forth banter that really reminds me of like Luke and Lorelai from Gilmore Girls. Like, I feel like their personalities are so similar to that. She's like super sarcastic toward him, and he just like takes it and gives it back to her, and I feel like she's not used to that and used to like a guy challenging her in that way, so it makes things really interesting. And they also both have their own issues. They have this kind of like side of baggage too, so it makes things like really interesting. It complicates the situation. And there's also a found family trope in this, and I think it like develops throughout the series. I haven't read the rest of the series yet, but there's like this found family aspect between the hockey team where everyone is just like really supportive toward each other, and I really like that too. So highly recommend. I read this a while ago. It's more of like a winter romance. It's not really honestly for summer, but I feel like you could read it in summer and it'd be just fine. And I read it in the day, so that should tell you all you need to know about this. And Garrett Graham is just really like chef's kiss. Like, I think he is God's gift to women. He is the ultimate book talk boyfriend. Then we have The Perfect Fit by Claire Gilmore, and I swear Claire Gilmore is still such an underrated author. Like, she's growing and she's like getting there, but I feel like she just hasn't reached the potential of like the full recognition that she deserves, because her books are so good. She also wrote Love Interest, which I've talked about on my channel before, and back then no one had really talked about it, I feel like. And now I still feel like her books haven't blown up, but they like deserve so much praise because they are amazing. And it centers on main character Josephine Davis, who is the CEO of her own fashion company. So it's a fashion brand that she has literally built for herself from the ground up and like poured most of her life, most of her 20s into. The company is going through some problems and struggles at the time, and so she is recommended to bring in a consultant. Well, little does she know that she ends up hiring the twin brother of her ex-best friend, who she had a falling out with, named Will Grant, and he is brought in to help her work through some of the problems and setbacks that the company is experiencing. She is also just going through like some pretty intense burnout, because this is all that she's worked on basically her whole life, and like it's getting to her, like the pressure is getting to her. She's no longer really finding the same kind of joy that she used to find in it, and now she also has to deal with Will, who is very good at his job as a consultant, and he's like really helping the company, but that she also had like an enemies thing with in high school, because they grew up being kind of like academic rivals, even though as you get through the book you realize that he kind of just saw her as motivation to like be a better person and like better himself, and so that kind of becomes apparent throughout the book. But in the beginning they kind of have like this tit for tat thing. It contributes to some of the banter that goes on, but he ends up like helping her through a lot of like difficult situations, and then also they start to get to know each other and start to like really develop an intimate connection. And all of this is complicated by the fact that Will doesn't even live in Austin. He lives back in New York, and he's been like traveling back and forth to work for clients and stuff, and so the long distance is also like a complication in the relationship. Not to mention that ex-best friend also comes back into play, because there's a lot of like unresolved like friendship hurt trauma stuff there, and so there's baggage and they have a history, and so the book is like a lot of them working through that and leaving the reader to see if they're gonna end up together or not. This next one was really fun for me. It's called You with a View by Jessica Joyce. I had never read any of Jessica Joyce's books before. She also wrote The X-Files, which I haven't read, but I've heard really good things about. The book centers on the life of Noelle Shepard, who in the beginning is living unemployed in her parents' house, basically trying to figure out her next move. She doesn't really know what she wants to do with her life, and her grandma also recently just passed away, which is really hard on her, and she's like dealing with a lot of grief from that, because they were extremely close. They had a really tight bond and connection. And so while she's going through her grandma's things in the attic, she comes across these photos of her grandma in her 20s with this like mystery man and all these letters that she would write to him. And they look like they're like really in love, and this is a man that no one in her family knows about. She doesn't know who he is, and so she's like, okay, like I'd never heard about this guy, like what is the story here? And so she makes a video of all the photos and all the letters and everything, and ends up posting it on TikTok to try and find the man. Well, she wakes up to the TikTok going viral, having millions of people invested in the story, and a comment from a guy that says, oh, this is my grandfather. And so the three of them arrange to meet, only for her to show up and find out that the guy is actually her high school academic rival, who she absolutely hates, and she's like a little bit jealous of him because it appears that he turned out to have like a really successful life that's like way better than hers. Like she's currently unemployed, trying to figure things out, and he's like the CEO of this like travel app and super famous and everything. And so the three of them end up meeting. The grandfather starts to like reveal to her all the details of their romance and their time together, but he kind of like does it in bits and pieces because it's like really hard for him to talk about it all at once, and he's also like now on the older side of everything. But he does tell her that they had planned to elope together and take this like iconic honeymoon road trip getaway that she had planned. Like, she has all these things that she had planned out of them to do and like the places they would go and things they would see, and Noelle decides that she wants to take this trip, and so she kind of asks him for permission of like, oh, can I like take this trip? Like, I'd really like to retrace her steps and like see what she was thinking and like what she was envisioning. And the grandfather's like, yeah, of course, but on one condition: I want you to bring me. And so now that the grandfather's coming, his son is also coming, and so now Noelle's kind of stuck in this awkward situation with this guy's son who is her former high school academic rival slash enemy, and things are just a little bit uncomfortable until they start to realize that they're really attracted to each other. And so throughout the course of the book, we also start to get more details of the truth of what happened between the grandma and this man, and like how their romance started, also why it ended, and also simultaneously there's like a new romance happening between the grandfather's son and Noelle. So it's kind of like there's a lot of history. Like, I feel like this is the type of romance that I can only dream of happening to me, like something that is just like rooted in like family history, family lore, and it's so romantic. And yeah, that's all I really can say without like spoiling the rest of this, but it is such a fun book. I love that there's like travel in it because that's one of my favorite things. Like, I feel like road trip romances are really fun, so I really enjoyed this one. I think my camera's about to run out of film roll, so I don't have that much time, but the last one is Powerless by Elsie Silver. It's part of the Chestnut Spring series, and I'm just gonna like talk about it really quickly. I don't think I have time to like talk about the full plot and everything. And it is a cowboy romance, which I know so many people love these. Actually, cowboy romances never used to be my thing. I think when they started to get popular, I actually hated them because I felt like most of like the male main characters were just really masculine, and like they had a lot of like toxic masculinity, if that makes sense. But then like the first book I read by Elsie Silver, I didn't like, and I think I actually openly talked about that on my channel. But then every book I've read since that one has been really good, and I think it's also because the male main characters kind of got like more sweeter and like softer. Like, they kind of just now remind me of like big teddy bear characters, so I like that more than the first book I read by her. But this one was really good. This one, I feel like I don't have time to talk about all the plot, but it's a childhood friends to kind of strangers to friends to lovers situation after Jasper actually helps Sloane run away from her wedding to a guy who she found out just cheated on her. And so once they like run away together and go on this road trip, they kind of start to like unpack these feelings that they've had for each other since childhood, but they never really acted on. One, because Jasper was kind of like significantly older than her, I think. Not really that much older, but like there's kind of like a big age gap to the point where it felt not appropriate, I think, at the time. But now that they're adults, like, it's different, obviously. So they never really acted on anything, but Sloane has always had a crush on him, and he thought that she grew out of her crush on him, but she never did. And so now it's like them rekindling the childhood romance that they had for each other. He's always been in love with her too. She doesn't know, and so it's kind of like a little bit of a miscommunication trope in that way, but everything kind of like sparks up again, and they start to re-explore that connection, and it is just like really sweet. I love the connection between them. And yeah, now I love the whole cowboy thing. I don't know what changed, honestly. I can't really explain it, but now I love it. So yeah, this is another one, and this one I actually feel is perfect for summer right now. I ended up getting a little dressed up, did my hair. I've been trying to do like more like summer type hairstyles, so I crimped it and everything today. And I think I want to take a color walk. I've been seeing a few people do this trend on TikTok where you take a walk outside and you basically pick a color to focus on for that walk, and it's basically a way to like be more present and like in the moment because you're paying attention to like the little details around you. And I just feel like that's a super fun thing. Like, I love taking walks and I love being outside, so it feels like the perfect thing to do today. I think I'm gonna pick white though because I'm wearing a little white dress. This is kind of my outfit for today, and it's really cute. Oh, let me not flash you. It's like the top is like crochet, kind of. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, so it's like crochet and it has flowers, and it's so pretty. And then there's like a long skirt, and I think I'm gonna pair it with this jean jacket because I feel like that would be really cute. Maybe I'll wear it like halfway down like this. Yeah, I think that's really cute.
Oh, here. This looks like one of those videos that they make of the girl right before she dies in a movie.
Hello, just got back from our walk and it was really fun. I feel like I had a completely different experience because I take walks a lot, but like 90% of the time I'm just in my head about all the things I have to do and just like running through like a mental to-do list kind of. And usually I only take walks like mostly for the reason of just trying to get outside and trying to get my exercise for the day. But I feel like this like color walk kind of forced me to pay attention to everything else going on around me and kind of like ground myself a little bit more. So I think I'll definitely be doing more of these because that was really fun. I actually think I'm also going to end the video here because I feel like I have a lot of footage and I just know it's going to be a pain to edit through already and comb through. So I feel like I want to get started on that. But this was really fun. I feel like we didn't do anything crazy. Like I think I just kind of went through my normal routine that I usually do on the weekends, but like I liked it. Like I feel like it was a chill, fun weekend and I got to kind of vlog like the start of my summer. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Follow me on my socials. They're always linked down below. I think the next time I'm gonna vlog is probably like the 4th of July weekend, which is actually coming up this coming weekend. So you'll be getting these videos pretty back to back because I have some things to vlog this weekend too. So that'll be really fun. But yeah, thank you all for watching this video and I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye.